So one of the things we need to understand is how a merchandising business or a merchandiser works. And so here up on the screen, I have a graphic of the operating cycle of a merchandiser. And so a merchandising business starts with cash. They have money. And with that money, they purchase inventory. Inventory is an asset. It's an asset that's the stuff you have to sell. Then you hold on to that inventory until you can sell it. And usually you don't sell for cash, although a lot of merchandisers do. Walmart, for example, does pretty much everything cash. Anyway, so we sell the inventory. If we sell it on credit, that turns it into accounts receivable. And then we collect our accounts receivable and we have cash again. And the idea is that you'll have more cash when you're done. If you don't sell things on credit, then you have purchases, merchandise inventory, and that goes straight back to cash as you sell things for cash. Many businesses do some of each. So to kind of understand how inventory is calculated or how it moves through the system, recognize that at any given time, a business has some inventory on hand, stuff that they have available to sell. And then they're going to buy some stuff from their suppliers. And so that's called our purchases. So our beginning inventory plus our net purchases is going to equal our merchandise available for sale. That's stuff we have that we have available to sell to people. And then our ending inventory plus our cost of goods sold is going to equal our merchandise available for sale. So what we can do to figure out our inventory if we don't have a good tracking system, in fact, I had to do this as a kid. My mom would make me keep track of the inventory in our store. But usually what we'll do, unless we have a point of sale system that will actually keep track of sales as we make them, then what we have to do is calculate them. And so in a little notebook for each item, I would write down, the inventory we had at the beginning of the period, which would be the same as the inventory we had at the end of the previous period. And then throughout the year, I would add any purchases of the item, which would give me my merchandise available for sale. And then at the end of the year, I could count up how much of the item we had, and that would be our ending inventory. And so I would just take the merchandise available for sale minus the ending inventory, and that would tell me the cost of goods sold. So again, just recognize this, that beginning inventory plus net purchases equals merchandise available for sale, and merchandise available for sale equals ending inventory plus cost of goods sold. And recognize also that there are two types of systems. More and more, the world is switching to perpetual systems. So perpetual systems are where we update our accounting records each time we make a purchase. So if we buy stuff from our supplier, and each time we make a sale when we sell stuff to customers. Computers make it much easier for us to do that, right? If you go to the store and you scan something on a barcode, it automatically deducts that from inventory and calculates the cost of goods sold. But some businesses still use what's called a periodic system, where, like I just described with our family business, we just keep track of our purchases, and then we can keep track of our beginning inventory and our purchases, and then by subtracting out the amount we had left over at the end, we could figure out how much we actually sold. And so that's done at the end of an accounting period. Some businesses do that monthly, others do it quarterly, and smaller businesses often do it annually. So just recognize there's these two ways, but as point of sale systems become cheaper, just more affordable for small businesses, we're moving to a society and to a business structure where many, many businesses now use perpetual inventory systems.